Hey y'all, welcome back to Style Reviews. What we're taking a look at right now is Good Smile Company, their new model line, Moderoid. This is their unknown scale Mazinkaiser. Now, aesthetically, it's a downscaled version of the Sentinel Ryobot Mazinkaiser. But, of course, it is a model. It is what I'd compare to a non-grade, no inner frame or anything like that, really simplified. So don't expect all of the articulation gimmicks and things like that, but it's still pretty good. And especially for $40 or so, I'd say it's a better deal than the $400 Ryobot. But taking a look at the height here, it's about 6 inches tall. Oh, while I knock everything down here, of course, gotta love it. Alright, we'll get this guy back on track, as well as giving you guys a roundabout. Sorry about that. Good detail in here. Now there is a piece here that goes in the back. It's just a little cover there. So that you guys can see that. Now, I do plan on doing some paint to it and things like that, but for the sake of this review, just wanted to show you guys the straight build, which means pretty much untouched. Did a little bit of sanding and stuff like that, but no paint, no modifications or anything like that. Now the two spots that I had to glue were the chest and the powder on top of his head. Both of those kept falling out. And even in the instructions, they kind of tell you where you could use some glue, but you don't have to use it on any of this. You could very well just go about it as a snap together kit. Now I'm going to go over the accessories that come with it. Well, not really accessories since you have to build it all, but just the optional hand, sword, things like that. Show you guys some pictures, and we'll get on reviewing this guy. Alright, before we get started even, want to go ahead and knock out that comparison with the actual Ryobot, Mazinkaiser. You can see difference in detailing and things like that. This is a die-cast piece, a very heavy die-cast piece. You know, just the fit and finish of it and things like that are on a whole nother level compared to this Moderoid kit here. So for a lot of the detailings, like the clear plastic with a lot of the innards and stuff like that, you'll see that the Moderoid actually doesn't do too bad, but this is like a clear piece of plastic on top of a silver sticker. But you can see, you know, gold paint versus gold plastic, a lot of silver there, all of the little accenting and stuff like that. And then there are just little things about it in terms of articulation to where it, like I said, it's on a whole nother level. But again, just wanted you guys to see it. Now we'll actually get the scrander on here so that you guys can see that as well. And there you go. Alright, now we're just going to take a look at the articulation and some of the accessories, namely the sword. So, up and down movement, he doesn't have like the double ball joint or anything like that to where, you know, clavicle and then neck and stuff like that. It's all pretty much one for this one. This has some in and out movement, so his head can literally tilt forward and back, but other than that, nah. Alright, so shoulders. And down. Now the Ryobot has something like a gimmick here to where these can actually flex inward and stuff. Of course, this being a simplified model doesn't have it. One thing I will say is that make sure to kind of hold like this, because it does have full 360 on the biceps, but the turn's very hard. Not really a big fan of the friction there, but definitely not bad. Double jointed elbows, which is cool. And 360 wrists, they are ball jointed, so a little bit of forward and back motion. Now he does have double ab crunch here. No true waist swivel, but he does have swivel at the top, actually, just like the Ryobot. And good range of motion in these hips here. No double joint on the knees, single joint, but you can see it goes all the way back there. Now as for the feet, decent ankle tilt, and it does some forward and back play too. So, I really wish he had double jointed knees just to help kind of with that, make it look a bit better, but let's see if he can do an Ironman pose even. I haven't even tried it. Yeah. Alright, so he could pull it off, but a little bit split-legged. With the double joints, that would help with just cleaning it up. Let's see if he can actually have the square on. The wings are a little bit big, but you could always take those and tilt them. Now the wings do rotate as you just saw, as well as the fins. Pretty standard stuff. But definitely not bad and not bad looking. Alright. And just to show off the sword accessory. So the way that the hands work is that it all comes apart. The sword isn't supposed to come apart, but it happens. So with the grab hands or whatever, you have the, I guess, gauntlets or whatever you want to call them, the hand covers here. And then for the grab hand, the thumb was still in there, it splits into two parts. So let's see if we can actually zoom in on that. It's black on a black surface, so sorry if it's hard to see. No, that's pretty decent. But basically, you take these two parts and you kind of put them together around the sword. So you've got that. See how it makes that? See there? So you do that around the sword first. And it sucks because I would have rather them to just take the bottom of the sword handle off so you could slide the sword in there, but it's what it is. Alright, there you go. And then you put that cover right back on. Alright, so you got that. And you also have the option of these covers that have more of a angle to them too. So if you wanted him to hold the sword like this or something like that, you can. But we're just going to use a straight one for this. So, just popping it out at the ball joint. Popping this one in. And of course the hand comes off. So we're going to do some fidgeting. And wow, the whole thing just came apart. So, let's see if we can't just put that back together without doing anything too intensive. Okay, that doesn't seem too bad. So, I think I actually... Alright, and I'm not going to edit this out. This is the first time this has happened to me, so don't take this as a norm or anything like that, but at the same time, it could happen to you. So, you see it just snaps. These pieces snap. And the only reason I haven't glued all of this together is because I'm going to paint it. So, probably go with a mixture of like silver and gunmetals and stuff like that. Then it just pops back in. Boom. I'm just used to those double jointed. Those double jointed knees. Alright. Oh, okay. So, that hand cover stayed on. And he actually, once you get it, he holds the sword pretty well. And I mean, this is a very simplified toy, so I'm not trying to do anything too, you know, too crazy. And the sword is a bit heavy for him, it seems. So if you're not getting the notion, this is very much so a toy that you should, I guess, get in a pose, leave it alone, until you really glue it and do some modifications on the joints and things like that. It's, you know, it's like I said, it's like a cheapy non-grade kit. Almost like a detailed candy toy, if you want to put it like that. Get that back on. Yeah, I might not even be able to do anything with them in terms of posing. Alright, man. We're just gonna call this, we tried. Alright, we tried. This is the best we can do. I'm disappointed with that pose. I hope you're disappointed with that pose, because I hope you think I can do a lot better than this. But, you know, without some actual playtime off camera or whatever, this is what I got. Check out the full written reviewing Pictorial, you know, for some more extensive posing and things like that. But just know it's kind of a chore to get it from pose to pose. And of course, just to show how it looks on a stand, I'm using one of the generic Sentinel stands that came with one of the True Force Mega Man figures, or it might have actually been one of their 4-inch Nell products. I think it actually was. I think it might have been Ryoma or something like that. But it plugs right into that piece there. And I guess we'll go ahead and close it out there. Again, this has been the Good Smile Company, the first in their Moderoid series of, I don't know what the scale would be. They kind of match the 1/144th stuff a little bit more than the 1/100th and things like that. But it's their model kits. Again, the quality, it's not anywhere near like a master grade or anything like that. More of a non-grade. I wouldn't even call it a high grade. So they're really quick builds. You can build them within an hour or two. Poseability is decent, pretty hollow and things like that. There are definitely some parts that needed to be glued, as went over in the review. I got mine from Ame Ame, but you know, I believe not Good Smile, Bluefin, they actually distribute these, so most of your American retailers, they should be selling these too. But again, this has been another Kumasao review. Check out the full written review as well as the gallery on kumasao.com. Links in the description. Or, of course, it's info button right here, like I point to on every review. As for this video review, of course, let me know what you think in the comments, but tell your friends. Like, share, subscribe, support what I do so I can keep doing it. Anyway, see you guys next time.